Welcome to the Academy of Achieved Mediocrity. Are you tired of the relentless pursuit of happiness? Exhausted by the burden of success? Then you've stumbled upon the perfect path. The 10 Commandments of Self-Sabotage. Follow these sacred tenets, and I guarantee you a lifetime of quiet desperation and unparalleled underachievement. But wait, there's more. Stick around until the very end, because I'm also going to reveal the +1 secret to total ruin. A technique so potent, so devastating, it's been kept hidden from the masses until now. Commandment 1, the time warp technique. Embrace the time warp technique. Never be on time. Aim for fashionably late, or better yet, apologetically late. This sends a clear message that your time is far too valuable to be wasted on trivial things like punctuality and respect for others. Plus, being early is a social minefield. Imagine having to actually talk to people. The horror. Commandment 2, the digital fortress. Next, construct your digital fortress. Your phone is your sanctuary, your escape hatch from reality. When in doubt, bury your face in its glowing screen. Scroll endlessly through the digital abyss. The goal is to appear perpetually preoccupied, creating an impenetrable force field against genuine connection. Remember, real-life interactions are messy, unpredictable, and potentially meaningful. Avoid at all costs. Commandment 3, the Blame Game Olympics. Become a gold medalist in the Blame Game Olympics. When things go wrong, and they will, if you're following these commandments, never, ever take responsibility. Blame the traffic, the weather, your horoscope, anything but yourself. Develop a vast repertoire of excuses and rotate them strategically. Remember, accountability is for suckers. Commandment 4, the conversation hijacking maneuver. Master the art of conversation hijacking. Whatever story someone else is telling, make sure yours is bigger, better, and infinitely more dramatic. Never ask about others. Their lives are simply not as fascinating as yours. Remember, validation is the lifeblood of a truly miserable existence, and the only way to get it is to talk incessantly about yourself. Commandment 5, the art of subtle sabotage. Become a master of subtle sabotage. On the rare occasions when you're not the center of attention, make sure to spread a little negativity. Find others who share your toxic worldview and engage in some good old-fashioned complaining and gossiping. Let every compliment and celebration be met with a thinly veiled sneer. Remember, misery loves company. Commandment 6, the chameleon's curse. Embrace the chameleon's curse. Become a master of deception. Say one thing, do another. Be one person in public and a completely different person in private. Leave a life of constant pretense, so unfamiliar with your own values that you eventually forget who you truly are. Commandment 7, the wishing well strategy. Adopt the wishing well strategy. Never engage in the tedious work of planning or the humbling practice of prayer. Simply wish for things to be different. Fantasize endlessly about your perfect life, while doing absolutely nothing to make it a reality. Remember, action is for chumps. Wishing is for winners, or rather, for those destined for a lifetime of unfulfilled dreams. Commandment 8, master the art of the invisible man. Become a master of invisibility. Cultivate the posture of a wilted houseplant. Slump those shoulders. Keep your gaze glued to your shoes. Avoid eye contact like it's a contagious disease. Project an aura of absolute unapproachability. This will ensure that you remain blissfully undisturbed by the horrors of human interaction. Commandment 9, the comfort zone cult. Join the comfort zone cult. Here, the only rule is to avoid anything that even remotely resembles effort, discipline, or personal growth. Embrace the warm, fuzzy embrace of complacency. Convince yourself that what's good for you is actually bad, and vice versa. This will ensure a life of delightful stagnation and profound regret. Commandment 10. Develop a blame-shifting mindset. Now, we come to the final commandment of the standard package. Cultivate a blame-shifting mindset. Convince yourself that you're merely a puppet of fate, a victim of circumstance. Believe that everything happens to you, never because of you. This will effectively absolve you of all responsibility for your life, allowing you to drift aimlessly through existence, blaming everyone and everything for your misfortunes. Commandment 11. The Abyss of Hopelessness, the +1 secret to total ruin. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the +1 secret to total ruin, the ultimate technique for achieving complete and utter misery, the abyss of hopelessness. Believe that you are fundamentally flawed, unworthy of redemption, destined for failure. Reject any notion of self-forgiveness or personal growth. This, my friends, is the key that unlocks the door to a truly ruined life. Embrace the darkness and let it consume you. This final step is what truly seals the deal. The commandments are set. Your path to ruin is clear. You're welcome, or rather, you're doomed, unless you decide otherwise.